Ooh la 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 la. Ooh la la. Hey. Abele. Abele. Clip. Oversenga demo. They want the pemo. Clip. Mana oversenga demo ipuna. Nipuna pende omeni no more. Clip. Musiki ma clip oh. Musiki ma penya ma clipo nde hotete now o masingande abele à droite tout
Hello, everybody, and welcome to our premiere conversation of our new series called Behind the Beat, Cool Convos with Cool Musicians, live tonight from New York City and California. My name is Garland Thompson. I'm your host. I'm one of the producers here. Today's show is, of course, powered by Zoomcatchers, a company that I founded. We are dedicated to producing and helping people have better Zoom meetings or better virtual meetings in general, better virtual events in general. So we are powered by Zoomcatchers. My name is Garland Thompson, as I said, and it is an absolute pleasure to be here on this Thursday, June 24th, 2021. Since we're going to be having our guest tonight, Ohene Cornelius is from New York. He's coming straight to us from New York. We're going to go ahead and take a little look. There it is. Times Square, everybody. It's a little slow right now. There are a whole lot more people out there earlier when we were out there. But in any case, we're happy to present Zoomcatchers, and this, as I said, the very first Behind the Beat. And this is a show that we want to use to be able to explore with musicians the art of music, what they do. Go behind the beat, as it were. It's meant to be a fun, upbeat, musical, inspirational, conversational virtual event series featuring cool musicians from all over the world. Tonight, we're going to be starting, as I said, in New York City. Now, we will be going behind the beat to explore artistic journeys of our featured guests. And tonight, we are pleased to announce to bring on board our very first guest here. Please welcome Ohene Cornelius, everybody, straight from New York City. Hey, Ohene, how you doing out there? Let me welcome you and say welcome. Welcome. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being our very first artist, our very first musician on our new Behind the Beat series. Thank you so much. How you doing?
I'm good. Thank you for having me.
It is an absolute pleasure. You came to us for a good friend of ours, Kylie Turner, who is a wonderfully talented actor and comedian and writer, playwright. I mean, the woman is going places. And so she suggested, when we were out casting about trying to find somebody to join us for our very first inaugural Behind the Beat, she immediately suggested you. I mean, it was fast. It was like that. As soon as she heard from us, she sent us your information. So we got in touch and we've been ever since. So I'm glad you're here. Tell us a little bit about yourself, Ohene.
For sure, man. Shout out to Colin Turner for the alley-oop dunk, crowd in the 8 and dunk win. I am a New Yorker. And I'm the tastemaker, and this is the tale of a tastemaker right here. We're getting into it right now. We're talking about all of the years that I've spent here in New York City, crafting and molding every sound that I have, and how I've introduced it to different parts of the world. It's been an interesting journey.
Mm-hmm. Well, how, since you brought it up, and you've been in New York for, I assume you've been there for, well, I shouldn't assume, I'm going to ask, you've been there for the entirety of the pandemic, right?
Yeah, well, what does that mean? Like, yeah, and no. While I guess during the pandemic, I drove across country.
Okay.
With a friend of mine, and we're just doing like weird video content. And we wanted to like see what was happening with the closed businesses around the world. Mm-hmm. But we couldn't travel outside of the world, so we just did America. Mm-hmm. So that was our world, and so it was a fun trip. It was a fun trip. I learned a lot. Mm-hmm. Got a chance to see a lot of America, mm-hmm. But yeah. But outside of that, yeah, I was here in New York.
I'm curious, what were some of the things, or what was something that you saw on your trip that kind of blew your mind, or that was maybe different than or how were other people dealing with the pandemic and COVID?
When I got to Utah, there were no masks. Everyone was cliff diving. It was the first time I ever cliff dived. So, wow. Cliff dive?
Yeah.
It was the first time I ever cliffed off a cliff.
Wow.
To water.
And that's it, because to me, that's a little death-defying right there, kind of, jumping, doing those cliff jumping. I always see those guys and go like, wow.
Oh, man. Oh man, I'm a city kid. I'm a city kid now. Now I got my country hat, but I'm a city kid. You know, I've earned this country hat through my travels, but I've had to do different out west challenges throughout my life that has challenged my inner city kid. You know,
was it different from city to city or place to place that you went? Like, was it radically different in the people's approach to?
Oh yeah, it was different in Illinois. It was different. They were handling masks different from in New York, from Texas, from Arizona. Like every state was their own country almost, and it depended on what part of the town you were in too. Because I didn't hit every city, and I didn't hit every. But even in pockets of New York, I was in pockets of New York, and when I first came back, the way the media had me, I was wrapped up in like a mask. I didn't you could only see this much of me. And I was in the car and my cousin was like, come uptown. And I thought something was there. And I got up there and they were having a barbecue. And they were full on out there just chilling, no mask.
Pandemic, time to break out barbecue.
Yeah, they was just having a barbecue, and people had masks on, but they was sagging the mask. It was what it was. So it was interesting to see how the whole world handled the pandemic. You know,
what was it like in New York for you?
When we got back to New York, traffic was so free. Finally, my congestion that I've been having my whole life was cleared. Also, I've been off cheese for a year and a half now, so that could also be it.
Okay,
sure.
That's
dairy free for almost 2 years now. So maybe that changed my life. But during the pandemic, like it cleared up. I was just like, and traffic cleared up, and all of the artists who were here who were not like homegrown artists, but they had like cottages somewhere else that their families bought, which I'm not mad at, but they left the city. I was still here, doing art online. I wrote an album. I did an album called Revolutionary Ratchet. Did it completely online. Not sure. Yeah, so
that's interesting.
I was just cooking some making a juice back here with my silent juicer.
Oh, okay. I was wondering what that was. We were like, somebody making a cappuccino back there?
I haven't mastered it just yet. It's a silent juicer. I'm an inventor, so I've been trying to create this silent juicer, but it's still, you hear word
a little bit. Yeah, there was a little tick, tick, tick there that you got to deal with.
Yeah, it was a little bit like, I was like, what?
Okay, now wait a minute. Now you can't just drop into the conversation that you're an inventor. You got to give me like 30 seconds about that. You got to tell us something about that.
I think like I'm an inventor, innovator. I come up with ideas all the time. My goal is to move forward with society. I want society to move forward faster. So I need society to have a collaboration with me. So that's how I approach music. That's how I approach art. We're in a collaborative effort. I'm thinking what you're thinking. We're thinking the same thing.
Who are some of the collaborators that you've been working with, or you've had the opportunity to work with?
I've worked with Mark Ribot as a musician. I've worked with Chasmere as a musician. I've worked with BK Wildlife, Chris Carr as a musician. Recently, I've been throwing shows, doing music shows at Unruly Collective in Brooklyn, which I'm at right now. We're here right now.
All right, we're liking this. Yeah.
You see my picture. Yeah. So I think as a collaborator, though, like my friends, like our conversations that we have, and going to the beach with new people and throwing shows and meeting I meet tons of people yearly, like tons.
Mm-hmm.
Like I just came back from Utah Zion Comedy Festival and went out there. I met 400 to 500 people just shaking hands. Yes, yo, it was beautiful, you know? And that is the collaboration I'm talking about. Every human being, every time someone comments on the videos, leaves a good comment, something that I feel and I know how to express another piece of life. You know, I'm a zeitgeister.
I like that, zeitgeister. That's a great one. That is a great one. Tell you what, let's take a break for a second. And I was going to play this earlier, but I think now's a good time to play this. You've made a few different videos, and we happen to have one queued up and ready to go. This one is called Crowd, right? And you want to tell us a little something about it before we go ahead and dip into it?
I honestly make so much music and music videos. Crowd is not what the video for Crowd. I'm sure is not the official video.
Oh,
so
okay.
you grabbed a piece of artwork that we just shot, and then you were like, "Yo, we're gonna put up this piece of artwork because we have something that sounds unique." So Crowd was a song when I broke up with a woman, or she broke up with me. In fact, and it was like the hook is walking around feeling lonely in a crowd, and this is like me. This was like me early on finding my voice as a vocalist of singing. I rapped. I come from rap, but like this is like early on me finding like that singing voice and producing for myself, because I was being produced by a lot of people and we had some good music, but it was something that I needed to make more that was personal. So this is like the start of that personal journey. So yeah,
okay.
That. I want to see it. I want to remember.
Well, let's watch this video. It's about 3 minutes or so. So let's watch this video and then we'll come back and talk some more with Ohene Cornelius, everybody. Thank you and welcome once again. If you're just tuning in to Behind the Beat, cool convos with cool musicians, powered by Zoomcatchers. Crowd, here it comes.
Can I freeze? I tried to wash away my face, wish I could. You said no and walked away like you should. Standing in Times Square on the boulevard of dreams. music every day. Smoke a little, then I wanna play. Prosecco, 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 Prosecco.
All right. Crowd. And here we are back with Ohene Cornelius behind the beat. My name is Garland Thompson. I'm your host. Ohene, that was fun. That was really fun.
Yeah, I remember that was from Austin, Texas. I was performing at the South by Southwest Festival.
I was just about to say, if it's Austin, it must have been South by Southwest.
Yes. It was a good festival. I met some dope people there. I collaborated with Hollywood Anderson, who ended up going to American Idol. He played on American Idol. We were busking together. I collaborated with this group called New Fame at the time. I don't know what they're called now. But they ended up bringing me out to Asia. I went to Asia.
Nice.
Well, I went out there. I met up with them. That collaboration ended sort of in New York, but in Asia, I still met up with them. It was some good times out there too. Met up with Stanford Reed in Vietnam. So yeah, the question of collaboration stuff brought all of those ideas together on top of like seeing that footage. Like that was years ago, because all of my shows, although that video is of that, all of my shows were rap shows I had done.
Gotcha.
You know,
gotcha.
Yeah, all those shows was like top. I ain't gonna stop till the top of the game. So it was a
big departure for you. Yeah, I was looking at some of the links you sent us, some of your other videos, some of your shows. Yeah, and I do notice that was all serious rap, hip hop, and you were doing it. But this is definitely a great departure. That's great to me. That signals growth as an artist. You're going out. You did. You found yourself. You found a voice in rap and hip hop, and then you kept seeking out more, and that's really beautiful. Tell us a little bit about this. Now, you've said that you have the ability to feel music and express that feeling. Can you describe to us and to our guests maybe how a song or a lyric or beat comes to you, or maybe even how crowd came to you?
I feel like when I'm all right, so we got this right here, right? This is a keyboard, and I feel like when I'm writing, this is a piano part. When I'm writing, I'm like creating different sounds, and I'm not concerned with like, all right, what does that sound like? Okay. What is the technical note of it? Yeah, we can talk like F sharp. That's the technical note of it. But what do I feel when I hear this F sharp just right now? It's not even I feel this way all the time. Just right now, what do I feel when I hear this F sharp? So it's that kind of like, where does it make you go? In that spot, everything is like, what gives you that face? I don't know how we look at that face, but that.
There you go. Tell it. So tell us a little bit about your process then, like your process for making music. So you start off, you have a feeling, you have that note, that F sharp or that idea, and then what's your process? Because I want you to tell us a little bit about that, fill us in a little bit. Then I want to hear you play, because that's what we got to do. We got to hear you play that beautiful guitar you've got.
For sure. I think my process has been try to create the best song in the studio as possible. I haven't am I always doing live shows with my guitar? I can't say I do. Am I always rapping in front of crowds? I can't say I do, but I have always put out quality music that has been used to like do all kinds of great things. So what I like to start is like, how much do I need to give you this feeling that I'm feeling? And then how little do I need to give you of that so that you can feel that? If that makes sense, you know?
Mm-hmm.
How can I portion it out for you in a way that's easily digestible for you to take this feeling with you and you go.
Okay, that's interesting. So you're kind of outward looking as you're creating. Now, are you trying to satisfy yourself first and then, you know, have other people feel it, or is it all one for you?
The releasing of music for me is like I'm trying to make stuff that people like.
Okay.
The releasing of music. The creation of music is for me. What do I feel? So I have songs that I may not release because I'm like, right now, I don't feel like this is the time to put this out, or I don't feel like this is going to connect with people with my voice in the way. So I might hold on to the song to see if somebody else wants to sing the song, because then that voice will produce the feeling that other people need for that song. If this makes any linear sense to you right now. So it's not, every song I write is not meant for me to perform. Mm-hmm. So I think the releasing of songs for me is very thought out, and I want to make songs and create a vibe that people like. Mm-hmm. So I make it from my perspective. I don't want to change my moral code about the music I'm releasing, but if I go in the studio and work with Kenny Chesney or Paul McCartney or Kanye West or A$AP Rocky or Diplo, I'm gonna let them in. You know, I'm not gonna like, we let them in, and it's a collaboration of true, like, this is how you don't. Let me play the song.
Okay, yeah, let's see. I was about to say, yeah, let's hear some of this.
Moving through the country, boy driving fast, headed to the town. Head out the window, moving on my cell phone, this is what I know. I am the voice of revolution. I am the voice of the free. I'm not a panther born rich. Can I just be me in my ripped jeans, with my mother's eyes, with my father's face, with grandma's hands, with my mother's eyes, with my father's face, and grandpa's stance. God's me. When the devil comes a knocking, just gotta praise him. And even when I struggle with the women that I cuddle, still gotta raise him. I love my son. Nobody's perfect, but I'm definitely worth it. I won't go unseen. I just want to plant my seed and name it after me. In my ripped jeans, with my mother's eyes, with my father's face, grandma's hands, with my mother's eyes, with my father's face, and grandpa's strength. 100 years around the sun, 100 years around the sun, 100 years around the sun, 100 years around the sun. Love's on my mind, so I embrace myself, losing track of time in my religion. Pull myself away, call like a statue. Oh, your caressing touch is heaven's prison. Love is, yeah, late nights and early morning, dying within a lover's arms, yeah, and watching babies born. Love is jealousy and insecurity. Oh, love is him and her. Love is you and me. Words we hardly speak. We grow old in vain. Knowing what is wrong, but knowing not to say. Knowing you're the fault, while screaming out to pay, out to pay. See, you got the map in your head, but you still don't know the way. No, you don't. Love is late nights, early mornings, dying within a lover's arms, watching babies born. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Love is jealousy and insecurity. Love and it hurt. Love is beauty. All right.
Beautiful, beautiful. The soulful side of Ohene Cornelius. I like it.
Soul.
I like it.
I've been putting out my mustache for this interview.
Good stuff, man. Good stuff. Now, let me ask you this. How during this last year, this whole pandemic, how did you keep going and how did you keep creative? What kind of kept you motivated and you know, to do your thing?
I don't understand the question.
Well, I mean, well, you're naturally creative, right? So I guess you're naturally motivated. But a lot of folks, you know, this pandemic, they found it difficult. They found it hard. A lot of people felt shut down. They couldn't, you know. Other people were out there, you know, took it as a great chance, great opportunity to not have to do other stuff and focus on their artwork and what have you. But not everybody did that. So you're probably one of the ones who focused on your artwork, right? Or
oh my God, all I thought, I feel like I made it through crack era, Harlem, Reaganism, New York, coming up, Mayor Dinkins, like Mayor Bloomberg, now, who is this? De Blasio we have here.
De Blasio.
I've been like being harassed, and now the different treatment as a middle round, like an older Black man now, you know, I'm now like in a different understanding of the world. Mm-hmm. And it's like, what else was I supposed to do? I don't understand. If a meteor is coming to hit this mother trucker, like, you know what I mean? You about to hear my meteor coming to hit this mother trucker album. You know what I mean? I don't know what to, that has just been my natural essence, because it's just I've had so many ups and downs. It's like I have no expectations anymore of life or the world. I'm just like doing what I think the world should have and what they need. And it's working out, I guess. You know, what do you think? If you like it, I love it.
I think it sounds to me like it's working out, and your energy is very infectious. It's very, you've got a wonderful energy that's coming out of you, and you really, I know it's tough in New York. I was actually just there 2 days ago. So I know New York is not the most friendly, the easiest city to live in. Right. So it can be tough. It can be tough. Subways, buses, people. Yeah, there you go. You mentioned the crack era back in the day. I was there back in the day for the crack era. So I'm with you. So I feel like that's a beautiful sentiment. Look, I went through the crack era. I survived crack era and Reagan. Okay, this pandemic, whatever. We'll get through it.
I was deaf in the depths as an actor, like Negro Ensemble Company. Like doing like all kinds of movies. I've had so much. Like all you hear is no. All you hear is no. Mm-hmm. From childhood at schools to as an adult, all you hear is no. Mm-hmm. So at this point, it's like there's only this and then the last breath. So the no's and all of the other, like the pandemic showed everybody, great equalizer. Mm-hmm. You're done. You thought you were special, but really it's a level playing field. We're all out here making it happen. Yeah. And you can see how quickly the universe can change the tides, and somebody invests money in the AMC or Bitcoin, and now they're a billionaire, and you know what I mean? And people are going to Mars, and it's just like, this is unprecedented times. So you can't tell me that I can't make dope, fly music and just be me. There's no one to tell me that. There's no one who can tell me. There's aliens. We've seen aliens, guys. They literally was like, yeah, aliens. Yes, those things do exist. And then you're gonna tell me like aliens exist, but I can't drop a fly album, or I can't focus during, like, we're in a pandemic. I grew out a nappy beard like most people, but I cut my hair. I've been cutting my hair for years. Okay. So I also had, there was times I did some trims, and like, I even did a little video on how to make this stuff, like, but I wanted to join along. Like I had to be scruffy too, Yeah. I worked so hard for money. So it was like they were giving it to me during the pandemic. And I was like, this is how it should always be. I shouldn't have to worry about breathing and money. And I was able to just sit down and make art for the clarity of art. And I think I made an album in Revolutionary Ratchet as one of my best pieces of work, that in terms of contemporariness. I used a contemporary sound, but I used a futuristic perspective. And definitely I swagged out on the bars. And I just had a clarity of purpose for voice. I was just like, I'm not going to do too much. I'm not going to do too little. I'm going to give them the thing that they like about my voice, especially when I have time to edit and tweak. And, sometimes the rawness is good. And when we have that initial feeling, but when we play the rawness, like 18,000 years later, music will have developed so far. I want them to be able to still listen to me and understand me. So I like to edit for like future digital downloads, like, for generations to come. So when I'm thinking about the music that I'm playing and I'm performing, I'm trying to edit for not how music sounds now, but how music may sound in the future.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's,
So I had time to sit down with Revolutionary Ratchet and sort of meld those projects together.
That's excellent. Time is flying by so fast, but we're going to talk. There's a couple more things I want to talk to you about. A couple of things like we'll get to in just a minute, because we want to hear you play again. But when we come back after you play, if you don't mind playing for us again for a few minutes, want to come back and want to ask you about a couple of things. I've been told, I've got notes, my spies out there have informed me, if you will, that you do block parties, you host block parties. So I want to hear a little bit about that. And also I'm told you're known as we know you're an actor because I know you're in theater. I know you worked with my own father over the years, Garland Thompson Sr., at the Frank Silvera Writers Workshop. So you're part of the Frank Silvera Writers Workshop family. So,
Garland got the long hair.
Yeah.
Yes, he got the long hair. And he was like this, yeah?
Yep. Yep.
He sort of had, it was like a question mark in his body.
Yes.
Later age.
Yep.
Yes.
Towards the end. Yeah, that's right. He had a posture thing that unfortunately manifested itself, and it made him look like, that's a good one. I like that, actually. Made him look like a question mark. I like that better than what I thought it was, but so I'm going to remember that. But yeah, that's right. So we know you as an actor, but I know you're known as a comedian too. So we want to hear a little bit about those things when we come back. All right. So, but let's say here's some more music. You got some more music you can play for us, or
Yeah, I'm looking for my pick right now, but I don't know where it's at, so I'm gonna just have to hand pick this one. Oh, there it goes.
There you go. All right, Ohene Cornelius, everyone. Ohene Cornelius Unplugged.
Unplugged. Because I was walking the devil. And I was walking, I got lonely nights, 10 days, we ripple blood from the seas. Rivers cry, won't air, but we curse the winds. We fix ourselves till we broke again. At least we try. Angels don't die. That's fine. Burning cold, we're not a diamond made. Bless my soul for all my love to take. I was raised by the devil, but now I pray to God. Pray to God. Said I played, yeah. I even stayed, yeah. I even laid with the devil, but now I lay with God. Lay with God. Every man has a right to change. Let me dream like the second time I came, because I was walking the devil, and I was walking.
Beautiful, beautiful, Ohene. Keep going. Give us one more. One more. The crowds are screaming, one more. Ah!
Hey, I do have a couple. Because let's do this. Let me see. If I could rule the world, I'd rule the world with drugs. Smother you all with hugs. Drink till we break our glasses. Toast to the life of the masses, yeah. Slide our rhymes with drugs. Paint the walls with our blood. Give out truth, taking blood. Live until we die. Spend our life with the stars, hear the voices of our God, yeah. Lost and found, I smile. Roses and grenades. Roses and grenades. Roses, ooh, and grenades, yeah. I need roses and grenades. Roses and grenades. Walking through a burnt green pasture with napalm on my hands. In my eyes and shine the sun, yeah. And lit the blood of all my friends. Put my ear to the ground of this looted strip mall. Listen where my body ends. Put my soul to the gods and load my gun. Make a spirit soul amends. Roses and grenades. Roses and grenades. Roses, ooh, and grenades. I choose roses and grenades. I choose roses and grenades. I choose roses and grenades.
Ohene Cornelius, everybody. Thank you. That was fun. That was very fun. All right, let's. We've got a. I'm happy to say we've got a few more viewers in the room there. So I'm happy to say that. Yep, that's always good. That's always good, right? Ring the bell. What's happening? For some reason, can you can hear me okay? Because I'm being told by my control room people that there's no audio coming through on YouTube. I think it's no. Yeah, it's coming through here on Zoom. I know that. Huh. All right, we're back. All right, I think it was a momentary glitch there. Okay, Ohene. Okay, couple things I asked you about before. Let's get into them real quick. First of all, tell us about your block parties. What's that all about?
Block parties.
Yeah, what's that all about?
Harlem River Yacht Club, Smokes and Jokes Comedy, Unruly Collective. We are throwing block parties all 2021, baby, right there for you and for you and for you, and especially for you down there. Hey, dude in the back, hey, girl in the back, I see you over there. For you, come on over to this block parties, man. We're just doing community events where live artists, musicians, comedians, all convening in one place. We're shutting down key locations in the city and working with some great people to bring the life back to New York. I've been so grateful to connect with Hillary Medros of Unruly Collective, and we're just tastemakers of today, putting forth our taste buttery. We're taste buds, and it's just funny how work and everything can align with just doing fun things. Like, we've all been trying to make the vibe all of this time, and it's just like it starts to work. Like, you make the vibe and everything is neutralized, and you're like, hold on, we still are kings and queens of the vibe. What's going down? Let's continue the vibe. Mm-hmm. And so we worked with Open Culture to get a space grant. So basically they just we work with the community affairs of the police, and we have to talk with the police and work closely with them. Shout out to Officer David Molina for reaching out to me. I appreciate you for your phone calls. For like create, and you really see what community is about. And we're like bringing some of the top artists from all over the city to different parts of the city to do their art live in the street. Live, imagine live painting. Right, this weekend we're on Ashland Place between Fulton and Lafayette. Live painting. We're gonna roll out a red carpet of paper mache, and you can just paint to your own heart's desires. So we're gonna be doing yoga. You're gonna be able to get your child's pose or your crane pose or your cactus, or maybe your hood heroin addict. That should be a pose right there. They should have hood poses. Hood heroin. Make sure you do your bodega store clerk. I don't know. But yeah, I think it's been amazing, like just on this journey of like creating art and like being able to bring my art like right to your face. Right, like we're here digital, physical, right? You can sort of feel me, like you can't feel that. But when you're next to New York, let me cough on you, buddy. Like, let me see you in the physical. Come to the block parties. We're gonna be in Harlem, the Bronx. Like, we're gonna be across the street from the courthouse that I owed tickets at. You know what I mean? Now I'm throwing block parties there.
I love it.
And the community is down for it. So I'm grateful for how life evolves in the story and being able to change your story, because sometimes it's rocky and sometimes, you know what I mean? So it's this is the part of the journey where we're just like, as tastemakers, like, hey man, we're gonna allow you to see what we're doing. We've been doing it in this bubble for a reason, to not have it tainted by certain expectations of mainstream media that I'm just not I'm just not a part of that. Although I'm very attractive. Yes, I get it. I could be the next Will Smith. I get it. But Will Smith,
I was gonna say, but I was gonna say something about that, but I figured out how to be a little tactful about it.
Yeah. I got my chest out for a reason. I get it. But I'm also saying though, I'm also smart, and I'm also ready and willing to like make things happen. And I'm a go-getter, but also we like complete the task. It's a lot of people in New York that are in New York. And the reason why they're not as consistent of tastemakers as I've been over the years is that they give up, or they don't have a completion rate that's high. And then people around them, they start to get a reputation of not completing things, little reputation. So that their reputation that gets around starts to be like, that person doesn't work. And people know me all this time. I haven't been rich my whole life, but I've been getting money. But they know you can rely on me. I'm gonna come through with that work. I'm gonna come through with good ideas. No matter whether I'm sweeping up the floor. If I'm sweeping up the floor, I'm like, all right, how can we make the floor shinier, Because this ain't shiny enough. And I feel like the people who walking through here need to see a shinier floor. Or if I'm telling jokes, I'm like, what's the best joke I can craft? Or the best script? Or what's the best camera we can get for the budget? The best director we can get that we know, and do it like, that's what we learned at the Negro Ensemble Company. You know how it is at Frank Silvera, at UCB, at the Pit, wherever these people at Black Nexus. Now I think it's called, I can't remember what it's called, Shirley. It's called after the Shirley lady. But it used to be called Black Nexus. Mariska, Mariska Phillips, like all of these places. They over the years I've been working with these people, they've demanded the best of me. And so when I bring that to different arenas, branding, marketing, all the stuff that I've had to do to continue art, because I haven't been chasing the mainstream idea of what being a successful artist is, then you pick up a lot of things. And right now we're doing block parties. We're shutting down the blocks. Got comedians coming. We've had some dope comedians. We have some drop-ins. It's been like Jimmy Afolabi, Talent Harris. I'm trying to think who else was on the bill. We had Rachel Green, Kevin Bourne. Definitely. We had Dory Dimples. It's so many dope comedians around the city who's on the rise. Justin C. Ramos. So many Black women, queer people. The representation matters. People find me funny because I got a hood accent and I'm reaching out like, yo, some queer people that can do our show? And they're like, all right, is this all right? I'm like, yeah, man, we need more representation, B. They're like, I like the words, but your hood accent is weirding me out. So sometimes I have to approach things differently. But yeah, I definitely am about having different representation on the streets of New York right now. So that's what our comedy show is about.
Okay.
That's what it's been about with Harlem River Yacht Club the whole time, bringing upper echelon thoughts and activities to young bros, young upwardly mobile business represented originals. I don't know. I was just my brother created the term. I have to ask him.
You mentioned comedians and comedy and what have you. So that's a great segue into you in the world of comedy, because you are known as a comedian as well. You perform as a comedian, stand-up comedian. So tell us a little bit about that, because there's a couple things I want to get to that, and I also have to get to your fashion line. So we got to talk comedy and then fashion line. And okay,
yes, Harlem River Yacht Club fashion line. Ohene Cornelius here. Hi, as a comedian, I like to say nice quips. Two titties walking to a bra. It was just for support. That's a feminist joke. But sometimes I have long stories as well. I talk about my life, having naps on my mustache, like having to brush my mustache. It's a weird growing up. It's having a dad who's Native American, dark-skinned Native American, has feathers. He just wears, it's the regalia, and most people haven't seen that before, so I have to explain to them. I'm like, no, it's real. It's not. This is real. I be joking on my dad, and then I gotta do people like let me show you the history books. Look, oh shit, I'm here. But yeah, man, as a stand-up comedian, I just came back from Utah Zion Comedy Festival. I did Dallas Hyenas. I've been doing Smokes and Jokes comedy for like 2 or 3 years, maybe 3 years now. And before that, I had a couple of shows, Too Many Thursdays. I used to throw how stand-up comedy happened was I was just a regular hood funny dude. Like, just I'll snap on you, I'll roast the holy flames out of you. And then because I was poor growing up, so people would say stuff like, oh, you ain't got no money. And I would have to come up with like, oh, wow, you know what I mean? And I wasn't like a fighter. I could fight, but I wasn't trying to fight. So I'm not going to be like, yo, yeah, mom. So I know I'm going to get in a fight with somebody. Yeah, but I do want to embarrass you. I want you to feel bad. So I'll roast the holy flames out of you. Oh, look at your chicken wing feet. Oh, no, my God, you look like you got oxtail hamburger. Whatever. Right now, I feel like food jokes are in, but so after that, like many years later, I'm doing acting, and I want to do comedy, but everybody see my face so seriously. And apparently my father said I had serious eyebrows. I don't know what that means, but so I try to smile now, so my eyebrows are actually walk around like this. Because when I'm doing stand-up comedy, I'm like, hey guys, I'm actually happy. No. But if I'm just like this, they're like, what's that mean guy doing?
I love that. Dramatic eyebrows.
This is my action movie eyebrows, and this is my stand-up eyebrows right here. So
just take them off, switch them.
Yeah.
A briefcase. Have a case with your different eyebrows.
Yeah. But yeah, so I started studying comedy and writing, and my boy was like, yo, you should do stand-up, because I was doing sketch and improv. And he was like, yo, because I was also complaining about how people in sketch and improv didn't want to let me in. I was like, I know I'm the raisin in the milk. That's my joke. Pat didn't know so I know that's how it is, but I still wanted to be in, but I wasn't getting in. So, because improv and sketch is real white, and then the Black people usually come into their groups early. So I was when I went out to Cali, I didn't know anybody. So I haphazardly. So I had my group, Illegal Aliens. I was popping with them for a little bit, but they had scattered. Half of them went to LA. So I was just a floater. So I ended up going to Cali, doing the kick-ass premiere, and my boy was like, yo, you should try stand-up. And I just was on the high, and I was like, I can do anything! And I tried stand-up, and I was terrible. It was like at this random bar show in LA, 4 people were sitting there at a dining table who wasn't expecting a comedy show. Everybody else was like comics and the host, and then they had people down there eating. And I just bombed in front of these random 4 people. And I spent a year writing, doing open mics and stuff, writing like John Doe, writing fake names. So there's a whole bunch of open mic signatures. They were like, and now real comedian name. And then it's like, Jeff Fleff. And I woke up, I'm like, I'm Jeff Fleff. And I do jokes as Jeff Fleff. And it's Jeff Left, but it sounds like Jeff Left for some Jeff Left.
Jeff Left. He Jeff Left.
Jeff Left. Jeff Left. It sounds, if you say it quick, Jeff Left. So anyway, I was doing like all these random shows and open mics and stuff, and then in both New York and LA. And then my boy Chris Carr from Brooklyn Wildlife. We had thrown Brooklyn Wildlife Music Video Festival. Me, him, and Tev from 95 Labs. We did Brooklyn Music Video Festival. The whole we were just doing music videos because we wanted to do dope music videos. So I dropped the music video for Top of the Game with Ian Cinco, and I was like, yo, I want to do comedy. So we did a comedy event, and I tried to do a short film at the same time while doing the comedy event. And I made the comics upset who I invited because they was like, you're trying to do a short film and do a comedy event at the same time? And then I was like, and I had invited some dope comics like Kerry Cotton, Amanda Seals, Sam Morrison. They was genuinely mad at me. And they had a right to, because at that time, I didn't know comic etiquette. I was an actor, but I was also doing improv, and now I was doing stand-up, and I was trying to throw shows, and I needed to make money from it because I had a baby, so I couldn't just throw a show and not make money, so I had to charge for the show. And then while I'm trying to charge for the show, I'm trying to shoot a scene from a movie that I was shooting called Laugh K at the same time with Americana Media. So I'm here with, if you ever look on YouTube, there's a movie called Laugh K, and all of the scenes that we shot as the stand-up comedy scene. There was actually a stand-up comedy show that some people walked out on. Some people was like, I don't want to be in the movie. Some people, it was bananas. It was crazy. And so I was like, all right, let me study the craft of stand-up from them. And I just started to what's the etiquette? So if I throw a show, I gotta throw it like this. If I have this many people in it, I gotta do this. If I have this many people, I need a headliner that can do this. I can't put too many musicians, and and if I do a music, so I can still do a music event beforehand, and then have a comedy event. People, because I throw long parties, I have an event. I'll be there for 7 hours, like my job. Mm-hmm. My job. I wake up early, set up, we party for 7 hours. We do yoga, music, comedy show. I'm on top of a van yelling, yes, go to Joe's Melody. Pass out for 15 minutes, come back, hit a bush with Jay, and I'm back on the stage to host a 2-hour, maybe a 3-hour comedy show. So all right, what's the etiquette of throwing all of this stuff? And then at the same time, how do I mature my art? So I got to get on shows. I got to become an actual comedian, have people trust me to make their crowds laugh. And what's my voice as a comic? And since I roasted so much of my early life, I try to stay away from roasting. I try to stay away from having a bad interaction with the crowd. Mm-hmm. I try to be bring them in and have this, either I'm messed up and you can be messed up and look at me as messed up, or you can be messed up with me. Mm. But I'm not trying to be you're messed up and let me show you how you're messed up. So I don't try to roast the crowd as much, but I can. I have years of roasting. So if a crowd gets out of on me, you know what I mean? If you don't want to hear these imaginative Black jokes that I've crafted for you out of years of experience, and then now, with my, that if that's your actual choice, I don't know why you came to see me, because I would prefer to give a good show like that. Mm-hmm. But sure, we can go back and forth with a rowdy crowd. But my goal now is to tell jokes, tell stories, bring them in, have an arc, have a design for my vibe. It's not just telling jokes. It's I want you to get something out of who I am and see me in a certain way, or see the world in a certain way, see yourself in a certain way. Change, any kind of good story for me, comedy should let you see the change in a person or see them choose not to change. Mm-hmm. And why is that funny? You know, so there's no rules on it, but I want to make good attempts at art. I don't know if the art is going to be itself good, but I want to make good attempts at art. So for me, stand up is important and it's just, I've been doing stand up. I've been joking my whole life. I've been running on stage and people remember me still from like different things. My boy sent me a picture of me with my butt cheeks out, just out. There was a whole picture like in the lunch cafeteria. And it's all of our, like we're all posing for a picture, like, yeah. And I'm just there with my raw butt cheeks just out. And I don't know what my motivation was at that point, but I'm just like, I want to use whatever fearlessness that kid has as a metaphor for my future choices of like, if I'm doing art, like everyone else in the picture is like trying to like look smooth. They got a headband on, or, you know, they got the new fresh cut. And I might have all of those things, but I also got my butt cheeks out. And I want you to see these cheeks.
How about on that note, how about another song? How about another song before we get out of here for the night?
We're going back to it.
Let's take it down. And then I have to get you have to tell us before we leave tonight, you have to tell us about your fashion line. Okay.
So we got Harlem River Yacht Club. Do we have any shirts? Can we get any hats?
I love that. Tell you what, why don't you do a song and then come back and we'll talk about that.
Yeah, I'm doing a song. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah. I've been playing golf now. We good. Fucking on the new jump. Girl, we run that. Girl, make it really more. Cause we in the hood. It's my hood right here. I've been playing golf now, selling wine. Yeah, you thirsty. Feel the vibe. We're gonna run that. This is fire. This is so fire right now. I've been playing golf now, selling wine. Yeah, you thirsty. Feel the vibe. Get on the new jump. And she fine, gonna make a really more, really on the line. Once I make a beat, and hit it in the mind. Listen to repeat, yeah, let's be out your mind. Take it out your mouth, and keep it in the mind. Yeah, you see this, Jesus. All the river got blood, your neck. All the river got blood, my neck. Take the dudes, we your team by Friday. This is so ordinary shot day. After you was open, got the inky focus with the makeup opus. Look your TV channels, and your two speakers. Don't like me, bitch, I don't like you either. The cocaine cowboys, sweeps up golf cart. I went shopping in Montauk. I'm shooting hacking my balls off. I go from Tesla to the fifth and ball off. Playing it too low, bring it to your true love. Get to your door, opinion on my opinion. Don't even matter. I got a big out playing all that. Selling wine. Thursday. Don't jump. And she fine. Really more million on the line. Really wants to make the beat. Yeah, here we break the line. Listen to your opinion. Must be out your mind. Take it out your mouth. You keep from the mind. You see this. Jesus in the grind. I be playing. I was where I begin. Let's go, Harlem. Let's go, Harlem. Let's go, Harlem. Let's go. Let's go. Walk with the punch. Let's go. If it's up, let's go. Great and again. Let's go, Polo. Let's go, Polo. Let's go, Harlem. We go home. Let's go, Harlem. Keep rolling. Keep this. Keep rolling. Yeah. go hard, work keep going, and keep dancing, these keep going, and keep going, we keep making, and keep making, we keep making. Let's go, Harlem. Let's go. 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 I want you $1 million worth of money. Let's go. Let's go, Harlem. Hey, hey. I want you $1 million worth of money. Right, I wanna see it. Blood out from the road. Yeah, it's a different world from where I come from. I used to be Kadeem, where I hate, yeah I mean, the pop showed me love like my girl showed me love, right? Got on my feet, got steady. Even though I noticed and dreams, both had different friends. My ex-girls are turn on last day petty. I know where to wreck my life, Celia and Daddy. I blow the pot through my nose, Daddy. Harlem don't look to stay born on Ohene. It's a different world. You really got no fucking love for me. Why? It don't really matter like the blood to me. No. Oh yeah. That y'all roll up, say that y'all run down, baby. You ain't really got no love for me. Why? I feel myself. I look at the mirror, kill myself. My friends in the time frame, when the time came to the fly back. I came from a crime state. Maybe y'all want around say, time to hear you around me. I put the shit around me. Oh, see what sound me, they like me special. As he dead, I wish he dead. And he ain't love. I get this bread. Cut my best for money and calling it up best bread. I'm gonna check one girl and butter you watch. Got no slack, get the work in, so I'm good blocks. I just take the question, hey, good block. Fair smile, no stop. You ain't got no love for me. Why? It don't really matter, not the plug to me. None. Oh yeah, check out, roll up, lady. Check out, burn down, feel. You ain't really got no love for me. Why? I'm gonna finish it up right there. Finish it up right here. All the life is good, don't need the tea. One touch, I let my fires. What I say, I'm inside the brain. One touch, my desire. Cause I'm a cheap baby. Oh, girl, I'm so sorry, sorrow. What I do, drop me, without you, there's no tomorrow. I'm aware. I'm aware. I'm aware. Self-care. I'm aware. I'm aware. Self-care. Avocado oil, shea butter, tea water, charcoal, toothpaste, wake up early, stretch, wake up, meditate, hour, subscribe, ministry, hour, paint, read, boundaries, breathe, program, seaside, do it, halfway, football, highlight, pizza, welfare, freaking welfare, sick and tired of being sick and tired, spit that fire till I retire. I abandoned the night because I wasn't solid. I'm the only child because I wasn't hired. I'm aware. I'm aware to be self-care. I'm aware to be self-care. I'm aware to be self-care.
Well, hey, everybody out there in virtual world land. We sort of had a little bit of a systems failure crash here, so we're going to bring Ohene, Cornelius, back in so we can say a proper goodbye instead of just cutting right off. So let's see about bringing him in here, shall we? Ohene, there you are. The gods of technology smited us there for a moment and shut us down, but we didn't want to end it there without saying a proper goodbye to a fine, talented artist, a man who's got a lot of things going on, from block parties to comedy to acting to a fashion line, Harlem River Yacht Club. I love that. I have to figure out. You got to tell me where to go to buy one or order it online so I can get my hoodie or get something from y'all. I want to support the cause for sure. Harlem River Yacht Club, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sure if you Google it, Ohene, do you want to give out an address or anything? Or we can also put it in the description of the video too. So
yeah, hit up the Instagram at Harlem River Yacht Club.
There you go, at Harlem Yacht Club. So I love it. At Harlem River Yacht Club, rather. At Harlem River Yacht Club.
Yeah, Harlem River Yacht Club.
Yeah, don't get that because it's easy to drop the river.
Or hit up the office phone, 718-600-7933.
All right, so there you are. And if you Google Ohene, again, we had his, I'll put up, let me see if I can put up his address where you can find his music. I can give him your Bandcamp address, can I?
Yeah, give him that Bandcamp. Yeah.
There you go. Look at it, very dapper looking right there, my man. Good in a suit, brother.
We got this, yo. We ballaholics.
I tell you, man, ballaholics.
We spiritually ball over here.
I love that. I love that. Spiritual ballaholics. I love that. So, wait a minute. now I'm a little too early with this. There we go. That's where I want to go. Oh my God, technology. It's like,
But yeah, man, Harlem River Yacht Club, Smokes and Jokes Comedy, Unruly Collective. What else am I missing? Look out Hoodie Season Comedy.
Oh,
that's coming.
And here's one quick thing. Here's one quick thing we got to find out. You got so much stuff. 2 quick questions, and we'll keep these right quick because we want to get out of here. What's next for Ohene and Cornelius? And what advice would you give to young artists?
What's next? Tune in.
I like it.
What's next?
Oh,
and for up and coming artists, you should quit. You should quit right now. It's so much work. You should quit. Get over it. What do you want to be successful for? It's too hard. And if you don't make it on the first day, definitely walk away. And if you don't quit, I'll see you on the other side. You know?
There it is. There it is. Words of advice, words of wisdom from the man himself, Ohene Cornelius. Ohene, it has been an absolute joy and a pleasure to speak with you today. Great honor. I'm very pleased. I'm very happy. I hope you had fun with our interview today.
Yo, man, that was art. We were arting.
We were definitely arting. I think so. So we're gonna stitch this on. You know, we're gonna have to go into post and stitch this on to, you know, because we got Harlem River Yacht Club. We had your Bandcamp. So send folks to Bandcamp, and we'll put the links into the YouTube description.
Hashtag the podcast.
There you go.
The podcast. No vowels. Hashtag the podcast. Hashtag they OVR police. They over police. There you go. They over police.
They over police. Hashtag. I love that. Oh, look at that. I love that.
You got a QR code right here. You can watch the documentary right there.
There you go. Okay. So those of you who are really like,
you probably scan that right from the video.
I was going to say, those of you who are super hip tech wise can just scan it and do, you know, freeze the video, stop the video and scan it. And there you go. You are there.
Scan it right here. Freeze the video, stop and scan it.
All right, my man. Well, Ohene, like I said, it has been an absolute pleasure speaking to you today. And it's been just great getting to know you and leading up to this, because we've, you know, had put in some time, put in some work to make this thing happen today. And, you know, we were able to find the time in your really busy schedule. So I'm really thrilled. Good luck to you on everything that you do. Good luck with Harlem River Yacht Club, the fashion line, with your comedy. We look forward to seeing you at more comedy festivals and comedy clubs. And I hope to see more of your acting. And I definitely want to hear more of your music. We ran your discography, all the albums you've put out there. Let the folks see what kind of beautiful artwork that you're really putting out some dynamite stuff. So that said, ladies and gentlemen, I think we're going to bid you adieu. Hey, and wait a minute, hold on a second. My crew here is telling me so. What are you telling me, crew? What's going on? What am I supposed to be doing? Oh, one more song. That's what it is. We got one more song. We have a request for one more song. So we got to keep it brief because we already been here like a long time. So can we do a short song? You got a little short something you can take us out on?
Yeah, I don't know. Let's do something I'm about to put out.
All right. And I may cut away, but keep going with it, okay?
Taxis and hot girls in the backseat, like some cars and fasties in the front row in the backseat, like I don't want to play no role. You know the city. I just want to bring it home. You see the eyes of the light in the world. You see the eyes of the light in the world. You let me get the stars inside your body. Still can't be say it's been. Was like me, but I think it's come out just come tell you same thing with me, I believe. Can't rise with you, but my team. Stay pressed to just be. Teslas and taxis and cars and backseat like slow cars and taxis and backseat like stay home. I can't wait for we act like they take it for your that's cars and taxis and backseat like slow cars and taxis and backseat like I don't want to say no more.
I'd like to thank everyone who's been here tonight, everyone who helped put this together. Ohene, Cornelius, his team of wonderful folks that we had a great chance to work with. I'd like to thank everyone who attended, who came and visited and saw and watched our webinar, our webinar here, our first inaugural episode of Behind the Beat, Cool Convos with Cool Musicians. We'll be doing more of these, and if you are a musician yourself and you're doing some cool stuff and you'd like to have a cool conversation with us, feel free to drop us a line. The information will be there. You can send us an email to info@zoomcatchers.us. I'd like to thank the Zoomcatchers collective team, Shayla Zamora, Natalie Jamavan, Julie Kim, Lily Forrester, Catherine Cross, and Kimberly Gunn. What a fantastic crew. Could not ask for a better crew of folks to help put all of this together. You guys are fabulous. My name is Garland Thompson. I'm your host. I'm the founder of Zoomcatchers. This is Behind the Beat, Cool Convos with Cool Musicians, powered by Zoomcatchers. Ladies and gentlemen, have yourselves a wonderful week. We'll see you next time.